Jamie, I was in Florida with the kids for Father's Day at Disney World.
Is that a Father's Day present to go to Disney World? I feel like that's sort of a Father's Day nightmare, isn't it?
No, I love it. Time with the kids, and I love Disney World.
Well,
there you
it's
go.
A win-win situation then.
It was a win-win.
All right, let's get to the traffic. We'll start things off with a look at the rails. And we've got delays in both directions on your 4, 5, and 6 trains because of signal problems at 125th Street. You just want to keep that in mind if that's part of your morning commute. Your other subways and buses are on or close to schedule. It's just about 7:38 right now on this Tuesday morning. And we'll begin with a bit of good news over by the Midtown Tunnel. Earlier, 34th Street was closed between 1st and 2nd Avenues with fire department activity.
I'm anxious now that Jerry might be sitting there watching right now.
Jerry Seinfeld is watching New York One. I'm dying. That made my life. All right, Jerry, this one's for you. Upper West Side, nice and quiet right now. Let's take a look, though.
I was at Yankee Stadium yesterday for this remarkably short ball game.
And you missed the 3,000th hit.
The day after the 3,000th hit.
Would you have given the ball back?
I kind of think you have to.
Really? I don't know. I kind of feel like I would have taken it and sold it.
Well, all right. I guess that's the difference between us.
That is the difference. All right, let's get things started on traffic with a look at the rails. And that way around town for sure, because we have big problems coming your way right here on the BQE. We've got delays starting back around the Prospect Expressway, straight up around all of your lower East River crossings, and it's bumper-to-bumper traffic all the way up to the ramp to the LIE, which is closed right now. An overturned tractor trailer, big messy debris spill, and they're not cleaning up the debris spill yet. They're going to try and upright the truck first and reopen a lane on the ramp, because right now there's no access to the LIE in either direction from the BQE. That ramp goes both ways, so that's the problem here, and hopefully they'll get it out of the way shortly and reopen everything. But in the meantime, you're going to have to continue up to the Grand Central to hop onto the LIE or Queens Boulevard instead. And you can see here everything, at least by LaGuardia, is nice and quiet. Alternate side meter rules in effect today citywide.
Good morning once again, Pat. Before we get to that, though, we do have one little surprise for you. A little birdie told me that tomorrow it's your birthday, so there should be a little something for you at your feet, perhaps. Do you see it?
Oh, this is for me?
Yes.
It's a New York Post wrapped birthday gift.
It is. Well, I figured it was appropriate only to wrap your present in newspaper.
Okay, you do the traffic.
Are you going to open it for the viewers?
No, do the traffic and come back to me.
All right, sounds good. Let's talk about the rails first. We'll come back to Pat in a second. Here's the story. New Jersey Transit service is suspended on the Northeast Corridor line, New York City to Trenton. Only leaving New York is service suspended. Also, you can expect delays on Amtrak trains from New York City to Trenton. That's all because they use the same tracks. And we also still only have limited service on Long Island Railroad's Port Washington branch from that earlier accident investigation. You also want to keep in mind it is the first gridlock alert day of the season, and alternate side is in effect today citywide. So back to the good news now, Pat. What did you get?
Well, interesting. My favorite Canadian cereal is Shreddies.
Yeah.
And this is some sort of a competing Nestle version of Shreddies.
Yeah, well, I thought I was going to get maybe Seinfeld DVDs. I didn't know if you would want a Michael Vick jersey, and I thought for our favorite Canadian anchor.
Okay, I'm trying these in the commercial break, Jamie.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
Ready to cook. All right, let's go. So, we're here inside the kitchen of the farmhouse at the Bedford Post. I am joined by the highly acclaimed executive chef Brian Lewis. So humor me if you will. We're gonna play a little quick game. 2 sentences. First one, I love to cook because...
It's my calling in life.
Really?
And when I was a child, my mother, God bless her, I love her to death. Necessity mothered invention, because she wasn't exactly the best cook, so I figured to do it myself.
Oh, Mama Lewis, hope you're not watching. And then, I'll start off the next one. If I was not a television host, I would be either a cook or a vet. If you weren't a cook, you would be a...
television host.
Stop it. Pat Kiernan serving up the good news for the weekend.
It's very easy to deliver a forecast like that, isn't it?
Absolutely. All right, let's get things started in traffic with a look at the rails. And every weekend, gotta say, it is a quiet one, just how you like it. Take a look on the Belt Parkway as you make your way northbound from the Cross Island Southern State Parkway split. No problems at all past the Grand Central all the way up to the Throgs Neck Bridge. Nice and quiet right now. Even the LIE and the Grand Central getting in and out of Nassau County from Queens. No delays or problems here at all. We'll let you know as soon as we see any incidents. We'll follow the belt from JFK all the way out here to Coney Island. No problems in either direction. Traffic looks good out to Flatbush Avenue, or if you're heading westbound to the Verrazano Bridge. There is, of course, crowd control over by Rockefeller Center right now for the Chris Brown concert, and so just keep that in mind if you're traveling around Midtown. Otherwise, the FDR Drive looks good. West Side Highway's nice and quiet, and really just very minor delays at your Hudson River crossings. Alternate side meter rules in effect today citywide.
Good morning. Happy belated Father's Day.
Had a good Father's Day. Busy.
And what did you do last night?
Tell the people.
It wasn't entirely my idea.
But where did you go?
But I didn't put up a big fight. I ended up at the Michael Bolton Kenny G concert at the Beacon.
No judgment.
No, none necessary. Both are fantastic players. Let me say that.
What's the song? How can we be lovers if we can't be friends?
How am I supposed to live without you? There's any number of...
All right. Let's get to traffic. We're going to get things started with a look at the rails. We head to the roads, though, where we already do have some big problems to tell you about. First, a disabled vehicle southbound here on the West Side Highway at 72nd Street. There's actually another one as well, just north of this over at 95th Street. And we've got bumper-to-bumper traffic well back beyond the George Washington Bridge. So you're going to want extra time as you make your way down the west side of Manhattan. The east side is better. There are some delays, of course, on the Harlem River Drive over by the RFK Bridge, but nothing like what you're going to see on the West Side Highway. Also now 2 lanes are blocked southbound on the BQE at the LIE with an accident there. Delays back to Roosevelt Avenue. So if you're coming from LaGuardia Airport down towards the Brooklyn Bridge, keep that in mind. Accident cleared on the Staten Island Expressway over at MLK, but still heavy delays out to Slauson Avenue. And alternate side meter rules in effect today.
Fox 29's traffic guru Jamie Shupak, live from local firehouses every Friday.
And don't forget about those traffic updates. I was at the White House Correspondents' Dinner this weekend, and I met your traffic reporter. Yes, tell me her name again.
Jamie Shupak.
Jamie Shupak, and she's a lovely girl, and she said the funniest thing to my husband. She said, I think it's wonderful the way you're willing to share your wife with so many men.